Obesity. Good morning, everybody. Everybody who's up, wake up. Who's halfway up. Just go ahead and wake all the way up. What up, Wax? Look at all these productive people who rise and shine in the morning, and not just to make 6 hours worth of useless YouTube videos like Kev Gills. Do. Yeah. This is your morning yard stream. This morning, today's topics will be Polight's return fails. I think that we can officially say that Polight's return attempt has it's pretty much failed. I think the Sonetta Awards show at the Alhambra Ballroom was going to be an attempt to bring Polight back. I'm positive that Sonetta is contemplating this right now because he's in a situation where everyone knows what's going on. Even if they're not admitting it, even if they're not talking about it, they hear. They're starting to notice. One of the Sonetta capers over Stan TV. How do you feel about Sonetta coming out and basically doing exactly what I told you he was going to do? This shit is crazy. He's doing exactly what I told you guys he was going to do. You want to know why he's doing that? Because there was absolutely never anything else for him to do but that. This whole thing was it was a money grab. It was an attempt to get some money that he otherwise probably would not have gotten if he had just told you that he was putting on a Sonetta Awards show at that same tired ass Alhambra Ballroom. He would not have got the same love. But if he comes and push Apollo Theater in your face where dreams are born and legends are made, and he's gonna have an award show there, everybody was in for that shit. Everybody that supports Sonetta's channel still to this day know damn well they were super psyched for that shit. They couldn't wait for that to come off. Oh, they was gonna call us haters and how much they enjoyed the Apollo Theater and how Sonetta brought the black consciousness to the Apollo, and then you was gonna have the KT art degrees and the Polights of the world coming out and decoding how the Apollo Theater from the god Apollo is resurrecting through all this shit they would have said to you. But that's if they could have even thought about getting that builder. There was no way in hell that they were ever gonna get it because of the money. I told you that. I'm not even talking about just the money to put up to get the building. I'm not just talking about that. Hold on, guys. Let this truck move. What's up, boys?
What did they hold class at?
What do they hold? Class?
Yeah.
No idea. I've never seen him do it. But you could go around to the front office, or it's you will have to park and go around, or right here. Yeah. There's no, I've never. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, the main reason why that shit was never going to take off, not because of the money to get it up necessarily, it was the fact that there was no way he was going to do that shit if he can't stream from there. And if he can't stream from there, he ain't doing it from there. So you can forget about that. Like Sarnetta's whole, it's cold as shit out here. Sarnetta's whole platform is based off of YouTube. So if he can't fucking stream to YouTube the video, what the fuck is the purpose of him doing it from the Apollo and trying to sell a nigga a DVD or sell a nigga a stream or a link or some shit like that? Nobody's going for that. I mean, even if he does it, it's not gonna make nowhere near the fucking bread that he was trying to make off of it. So he can't afford to fucking produce nothing from the Apollo. That's why he's not doing it. Not to mention he can't afford to. I ain't talking about just financially. I'm talking about business-wise. He cannot afford to be seen putting on no motherfucking production from the Apollo. Even if you a promoter, nigga, they gonna want to know where you got that bread from. They're gonna want to know, are you paying taxes on your promotion license, etc., etc. The fuck? So you're not even gonna fucking be able to just come in and do any of the things that he's saying he can do, the way that he's saying it. Not to mention, we already caught you in an open ass lie because you fucking said that the goddamn, yo, this nigga's fucking crazy, yo. Anyway, this whole shit was supposed to be Polight's big triumphant return. They were gonna pull the Nisut. They were gonna bring the Nisut back. The illustrious Lima Bean was coming back, people. But thanks to you, thanks to all of us, none of that is gonna take place. For Polight is officially banned. His return has failed. Yes, it has officially failed. I mean, officially failed. Because it's too much that he's been called to task on. Oh, I gotta get that one too. It's way too much he's been called to task on. And it's empty. And something gotta give, man. Like, something's gotta give. Something's gonna have to give. And I think it finally gave. Like I said, it took longer than we all wanted. It took longer than we all really expected. But the point is to win. And the point is, when it comes to him, we have officially won. We have defeated this enemy. He cannot rear his face anywhere without scrutiny immediately being attached to it. That's why he continues to go on these rants on social media, trying to pretend that he's not involved with YouTube anymore, but yet you always still catching him on YouTube. He's still trying to push this narrative or narrative that he's this buttered up businessman who's just out here making all these power moves. Yet every time he announces anything in typical Polight fashion, fuckery, scam is involved. Someone's alleging they never heard of him after he called him a business partner. Or someone's alleging to not be a wife after he went openly and talked about how this was his wife. Like things of that nature. So it's all over for him. And for that we can celebrate. Now, it's freaking cold, y'all. My body is stiff and I'm trying to juggle my phone. Okay, switching gears. We're going to, hold on, let me check this real quick. Okay, switching gears, we're going to go ahead and talk about, is AM drinking bad? Now, when I say AM drinking, you may say, well, what, Brother Derek, what do you mean by that? Well, I'll tell you guys what I mean. Is AM drinking a bad thing? Now, if you're in the privacy of your own home, I don't think anything is a bad thing per se, unless you're forcing yourself on someone else or some shit like that. But I'm just talking about just you by yourself. Not doing anything to anybody else, not affecting, just doing something to yourself. I don't see anything wrong with that. That is your business. And you can do that. The problem, one of the problems that I'm having is when you come on social media platforms, and I'm speaking as a father here of young children who pretty much love to be on the internet. Last night I was watching a movie with them off the internet. I had no idea how the fuck they got it, any of that shit. So anyway, you know, young children are on social media. They're looking at us. They're watching what we do, what we say. No different than when I was younger. I was listening to the guys who were a little older than me. Most of them at the time were rappers and shit. And I mimicked how they dressed and certain styles you pick up from people and etc., etc. So when you see brothers and sisters on social media platforms, it's important for you to realize that some of us recognize, hold on guys, a plane is coming. Some of us recognize, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. That shit is big too. It's fucking FedEx. Anyway, I hope you all saw it. Anyway, some of us recognize that we are being watched, that what we do should mean something. Like I openly tell people, I don't shame people just because I woke up and that's what I felt like doing, or for views, because I don't even get paid off this channel. So I don't know, that's a farce idea to be bringing up. But I do it because I'd like to have, as we say over here, the nigga meeting. And we cannot have that meeting to move forward if anybody could just walk in because they look like us. Okay, it's essentially called vetting. And that's what I do because it's important. I don't care who doesn't think it is. So that's why we do it. And there's a person that I want you guys to think about real quick while I turn this in and we come back. A person who's been vetted and he's done. A person who I should not have let on anyway in the first place. You know, after that statement he made, I let him back. Yes, we're talking about Ruth Sotomayor. Okay. Whew, here we go. So our morning yard stream is coming to a close. Before we do, though, we will go ahead and touch on this individual as we switch gears. Ruth Sotomayor, sometimes called Ruth Sotomayor, has disgraced us all in many ways. One of the first ways he's disgraced us is he's gone on these tirades and beefing with other people like Darkman X and just anyone you can name that has pretty much some sort of name on YouTube that is recognizable. So Root has gone at all of them and attempts, petty, futile attempts to gain notoriety and popularity. It's not working at all. It's actually going to backfire on him, I believe personally. And ultimately, the backfiring has actually begun. Now, Ruth Sotomayor has openly stated that he cares nothing for black people to be shot by the police. He actually wants this. I have the audio, you can listen to it. He actually wants this. Just yesterday, recently as yesterday, it has been another black man that Root, brother, more, indigenous, whatever you term, and whatever that you want to use, he has been another one that he's said the same thing about, you know? So, and it just so happened like I'm that person. Now, I don't know what I said to this dude for him to want me or wish me dead and wish that my son grows up a bastard, my sons, grow up without a father, that my daughters grow up without a father. I don't know what the fuck I could have said other than disagreeing with him and saying that you can't come to my chat anymore. And, I should have banned you the first time when you said that shit that you said, but I didn't ban you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let you come back, even though I really didn't want to. I still let you come back. And so now it's kind of official, and I'm glad that Triple C is here because she's involved to a small degree, meaning every time this guy gets in a beef with people, he's inviting them on her platform to hash out the beef because he can't somehow hook up to anybody else Google Hangout and have a regular fucking meeting on his own channel, but he's so fucking super smart. He's so fucking this and that. Like, it's just pathetic, man. Everything about Root is pathetic. Like I said, just stay away from my channel, man. You can do your own thing over there in Purgatory, YouTube Purgatory. But I do want the children and the parents to recognize that there is a brother out here who's saying vicious, vile things about his own people, the same way Tommy Sotomayor does, and that's Root. Today, I assure you, he'll go on a live stream, probably drunk again, and talk trash about how I'm evil for pointing out how he is going on live streams, drinking liquor, at 9 a.m., things of that nature. So, and then doing live streams talking about he wished other black people get killed, or he wished someone was dead. And, there may be children who see this and think, hey, that's cool, man, to have a Willow's Peak and be drunk. And let me stop, yo. But, to be drunk early in the morning like that instead of being productive somewhere and making 4-hour live streams about nothing. Derek Jones Talks Live. This has been your morning yard stream. Triple C TV, everybody that came through, peace. I love y'all dearly for fucking with me. T Cole, y'all, he gonna call me out. Scales of my yard. Hey, I seen you in here too, D Prince. Yeah, he gonna call me out, but the way I do these guys, I talk to you. I talk at you from afar. I'm not gonna engage you. So, Derek Jones Talks Live. Peace, people. This was your morning yard stream.